You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Guys, we don't do Santa Claus, but Christmas is coming. Kind of. If you're new here, I'm Rian, a Christ-following wife and a homeschool mom to 3 boys. Here we talk all things homeschool, and we will learn together how to use our roles as wife, mom, teacher, and homemaker in order to glorify God. Now, admittedly, I'm a summer girl. Summer's always been my favorite season, maybe always will be. But when fall gets around, I try to hold on to summer as long as I can, and then when I can't, what gets me through is thinking about Christmas, which is, a ways off. But it really does help get me over the depression of losing my precious summer. So when my friend Wendy asked me to do this collab all about what we're getting our kids for Christmas, and she said we're gonna put it out in October, I'm like, okay, cool. I can roll with that. And so I had kind of planned to get a jump start on Christmas shopping this year anyway, because we have a baby due in November, and I just didn't want that stress of November shopping with a newborn or very, very pregnant. So I just made it even a little earlier and went out and bought all my boys' Christmas presents, and I'm going to share them here with you today. Like I said, this collab is hosted by Wendy over at Plan Prep Pray. Check out her channel. If you are not following her already, you should. She gives you lots of tips on productivity and how to be peaceful and present with your kiddos. So for Christmas for my kids, we've always followed the something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read. And that's always just been, we take kind of a loose interpretation of that because the years change and sometimes they don't really need anything, or sometimes they're little and you don't really know what they want. But that's the basic model we follow so that we don't just buy and overspend, and so that we don't just buy them a bunch of junk too that's just gonna go to waste, or that's just going to clutter my house, right? So this year everyone had something they wanted and something that I found that they didn't know they wanted. We'll get there when we get there. And then everyone needed shoes. So we got shoes for everybody. And as far as there's something to wear, they all got a screen print t-shirt, because I'm not a screen print t-shirt fan typically for kids. So it's kind of like a special surprise for them. They got character shirts, which is a big deal. And then of course they got something to read, because Christmas is not Christmas around here without a new book, right? So I'm gonna start with what I got my 5th grader. Again, I have all boys, so if you're looking for suggestions for girls, I'm not your girl. But when Christmas rolls around, he will be 10 and a half. So around 10, I've discovered my kids' wants start to get a little pricier. But thankfully this year, he and his brother both wanted the same thing. They both had this on their Christmas list. They both had it on their Christmas list last year, and I just wasn't sure that they would actually really want it. So since this is the 2nd year they've asked for it, I decided to just bite the bullet and get them a joint gift. And this bad boy is the Hot Wheels ID track. I know very little about this thing. All I know is it's a Hot Wheels track. These cars have little sensors on them. You pull up something on your iPad or tablet and you can measure like how fast they go, and have like a virtual garage, and there's games to play. I don't get it, but they think it's really, really cool. So since that was too pricey for them to have on their own, as far as our budget's concerned, I did find a decent deal on that. There weren't any really on sale or anything, but I found a decent deal on it, and they're just going to share that. But then I got them each a few smaller, more inexpensive items to kind of fill in that gap so that they have some stuff to open other than just this one thing. But I still stayed well within budget. So this was one thing he had on his list. This is a Gravedigger Technic Lego monster truck kit. I don't know. He's wanted this for a few years too, and he's actually like a little old for it, but he still wants it. So, and then that was going to be all we got him, but I was at a garage sale and there were these 2 boxes. I'm going to show you one now and show you one with my other son's gift that were completely unopened. One of them still had some Christmas wrapping paper attached to it. And the older lady there said, I got those for my grandson for Christmas last year and he's not touched them. They've never been opened. And she only wanted $2 a piece for them. So I'm like, well, we're getting this. So this is a Connect set. It is Build and Blast. So it's like a crossbow type thing. And yeah, I'll take off that $2 sticker before I wrap it. But they like Connects. They love Legos. They love anything where they get to build. So I think they will love this. So even though they didn't say that they wanted this, they will. So that takes care of the want. For the need, like I said, they all needed shoes. My son's last shoes that we bought him that he's officially outgrown were all black high top Converse, and those suckers held up. I loved having the all black. They were black sole, black canvas, black toe. Even the part that's usually white on the toe was black, and they did not show any dirt or anything, and it was amazing. But I didn't want to get him the exact same pair, so we went with Vans this time. And guys, this shoe is almost the size of my foot. Actually, I think it is the size of my foot. This kid is growing like a monster. So I hope that these will hold up too. We typically always have decent, kind of everyday shoes for our kids, name brand, just so that they hold up a little better. And then they always have a pair of either ratty hand-me-down tennis shoes or cheapies that they can play outside and get muddy in, and I don't care. So these are going to be his nicer shoes for this year. So that was the want and the need, and here is his wear item. And like I said, I'm not a graphic t-shirt person all the time, depending, but I typically don't give them anything to do with movies or shows or anything, and they always ask, so this will be their special treat this year. Star Wars t-shirts. My kids, much to my chagrin, are becoming Star Wars nerds like their father, so I think he'll really love that. And then the last thing we got him was his something to read, and this is a Lego ideas book. Like I said, my boys love building and creating, and so this just has all sorts of ideas. They have a huge bin of random Legos, and so this will just give them lots of ideas of things they can build. And I got this for thrift books for next to nothing because I had a bunch of rewards points. So it was very easy to stay in budget this year. Now I'll move on to my 8-year-old. Like I said, he's going to share that Hot Wheels ID track with his brother. But another thing that's been on his list for a while now is this Minecraft Lego set. We have like 4 Minecraft Lego sets already, and this is the one that he wanted next. I don't get the allure of Minecraft, but they like it, so I don't know. This is the Pillager Outpost. Don't even know what that means. And then his gift from the garage sale that was also unopened and $2 is this Gecko Bot. This is an experiment with the physics of air pressure and suction. So you can make this gecko that actually climbs walls, but then you can also make all these other things. And so like I said, they love building, they love science, so I think this is right up his alley. Okay, his need, also shoes. We got him some Adidas this year. So all of their shoes I actually got from Rack Room, which if you have a Rack Room, you probably know that they are almost always buy one, get one half off of most brands. And so my husband needed work shoes, and then I have my 3 boys who all needed shoes. So I bought my husband's shoes for work and then got my oldest son's half off. And then I bought these for the 8-year-old and then got my 3-year-old shoes half off. So we saved a lot of money by doing it that way. And then his something to wear, like I said, Star Wars nerds. We got him the same shirt, but in blue. They love all the ships on there. I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but... And then his something to read is one of these Ultimate Weird But True books. He is always, both my older boys, but especially this one, are always coming up with different did you know facts. And so anything weird or silly they think is fun. So I think they will both enjoy this. Okay, now for my 3-year-old who will be getting close to 4 years old by the time Christmas runs around. This was super, super funny. So I was asking him, what do you want for Christmas and all of this stuff? And he said, I want a motorcycle, like a big motorcycle, but that I can still ride when I'm 3. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't think that exists. And so I was just kind of like, okay, what else do you want? Trying to change the subject. Well, the next day I went to a doctor's appointment, and then afterward I saw a sign for garage sale, went to said garage sale, and I look over and there is a bike that looks like a dirt bike, but it's just a regular bicycle. And he doesn't have like a pedal bike yet. He has one of those like Strider bikes that you just kind of push with your feet and it helps them learn how to balance. And so he was kind of needing a bike, and it looks like a motorcycle. And actually we saw ones very similar to this at Walmart for over $100. And he was like, I want this. And I was like, no. And they wanted 20 bucks for this thing. And so I said, yes, please sign me up. So here's a picture of it, because I didn't want to haul it all the way upstairs. But as you can see, don't mind the mess in the garage, but it looks like a motorcycle that a 3-year-old can ride, right? I think he will be ecstatic, because every time he sees these things at Walmart, he gets so excited. So the handlebars are a little messed up, just the grips on them. And so my husband ordered new grips. He's going to replace the grips, and good as new. And then I wanted one small thing for him to open for another want gift, and he is obsessed with Paw Patrol. So we got him a light up Marshall, and I think he will freak out because he is obsessed with Marshall. And then his need was shoes also. And so I got these half price at Rack Room, and my husband talked me into getting a size bigger than what I thought I needed. And I still think I need to return them, but we'll see. But I think these are super cute, his little high top Adidas. And then to wear, guys, this makes me cringe. I don't do character stuff, but I know it makes them so happy. So I just, bit the bullet and did it. It's gonna be a little big on him, but it's a sweatshirt, so it's okay. We got him a Marshall sweatshirt. Again, don't love it, but he will. And then something to read is The Pout Pout Fish. This is a book we actually don't have, and I don't know how we've gone this long without owning it. I love this book, and I think he will think it is super fun too. And again, all these books, I think for all 4 books, because I got one for the baby too, I think all 4 books after shipping, I paid like $3, $2, something like that. It was something outrageous because I had so many points saved up. So that's one thing to consider when you're buying books for homeschool. Like I said, we use Sunlight, and so we buy a lot of our books used from thrift books. And we also use Purely Preschool that my friend Rachel wrote, and they require a lot of books too. And so we usually get as many as we can from thrift books. And every time you spend money at thrift books, you start gathering points and you get free books. And that comes in handy at Christmas time. And then last but not least, we will have probably a 6-ish week old around Christmas time. And so I couldn't leave him out. Of course, I did not spend nearly as much money on him as I did the older boys. But our thing has always been, we kind of just set a select budget for all of our kids. And then, but that doesn't mean they all have the same amount spent on them. Because like I said, as they get older, their tastes get more expensive, and the things they're into just cost more. Their clothes cost more, their shoes cost more. So I can still get a want, a need, a wear, and a read for a baby and spend a third the amount that I spend on my 10-year-old. So I did not spend nearly as much on him, but he still has his 4 gifts. So his want, there's, I don't really know what this kid will want, but he'll want food and a clean diaper. But also having 3 boys before him, it's like, I feel like we have all the toys. Like, well, what more could we want? So I just got something fun that we don't have. It's one of these, I don't even know what you call them. They just call it an activity toy. But the little black sticks are kind of stretchy, and then those little beads like move down the sticks. I don't know. It looks fun. It's like a Tangle Toy type thing. And then his need, again, I guess I could have bought him a pack of diapers. I don't know. But this was just kind of a fun novelty thing. This is a little teether that is like a glove almost. It's like silicone, and their fist like fits in it, and there's like a little thing in there for them to grab onto so they don't drop it as easily, because even if they let go, then it's still kind of attached to their hand. It's a little penguin looking thing, gray, but it's like, I don't know, it has little nubbies on it they can chew on. I don't know, we'll see if he actually likes it when the time comes. And then his wear, there was no question on what I was going to pick for him to wear. We got him his first set of Chiefs onesies, which he has some handed down from his brothers, but in this family, you can't have too much red and gold Chiefs stuff. So super excited to see him in those. And last but not least, his something to read is Dear Zoo. And this is an oldie but a goodie. And it is a little lift the flap book where the kid writes to the zoo to get an animal, and they send him all these different animals, and there's something wrong with each one. Again, this is a book we don't have, so I thought it would be a good one to add to our collection. The condition on this wasn't as good as Thrift Book said it was, but the baby won't know the difference. So that is it. I'm done shopping for my 4 boys. Super excited to have that done and over with. All I have left now is some stuff for their stockings, which I already got a few things that I'll show you when I do a stocking video later, but we'll just get them a few other things for that and call it good. And then we'll have a few other family members that we'd like to buy for, but that can happen later. It's not a big deal. Make sure you check out the playlist so that you can see what everyone else is getting their kids for Christmas, because everyone takes, you know, kind of their own spin on things and how they go about gift giving. And I think it's something that can be hard. It's, you know, you want to spoil your kids and you want the day to be fun for them, but you don't want all the clutter and you don't want to blow your budget. And I don't know, hopefully these ladies that are joining with us will have some great ideas for you. And let me know down in the comments below, have you started shopping yet? Are you a July shopper or are you a December 23rd shopper? Somewhere in between. I know people can do it all sorts of ways. So I thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please do so, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.